Let's put the spotlight then on cold chain marketplace Celcius Logistics, as the company has secured close to 100 crores in Series A funding round, and that's been led by IvyCap Ventures. Swarup Bose, who is the founder and CEO at Celcius Logistics, now joins us on the show. Thank you so much for taking time out. So what exactly is this capital going to be utilized towards, and can you just walk us through what the game plan is for Celcius?
Celcius always has been aimed at working in this fragmented marketplace of cold chain logistics. Now, a cold supply chain in India is a massive part of the entire logistics ecosystem, but it's a very hidden market. It's a very fragmented market. Tier 2, Tier 3 cities own up to 80% of the assets in the country. And there is no one connecting these entire network. From day one, Celcius has been working towards aggregating this entire network using technology and bringing them onto a common platform where they can connect with the shippers, the clients, the manufacturers. We've been increasing our team not only in tech, but also in operations and sales. We have got our foot soldiers out in the market, visiting transporters, visiting Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, talking to them, getting them on board, training them. And with the new influx of funds, we are hoping to reach about 500 cities by the year end and having more team members on board. And with that new technology, we are bringing in like WMS for warehouses, TMS for transportation. We are working on an AI model. All the funds that we have gathered are going to go towards building this entire ecosystem.
Okay, so can you run us through how much you've raised in total, your previous fundraising rounds, this, and who have been some of the key investors?
So we have raised in total about 115 crores till now. And obviously, IvyCap has been our largest single investor who's led the round of Series A. But we have had Mumbai Angels, who's been with us for the last 3 rounds. We have had Huddle, Supply Chain Labs, which is again a fund in India. Avanne, which is Eaglewings Ventures Alliance Network, where they have also been with us from day one. VCats and there are quite a few angel investors and HNIs who have joined us right from day one of our journey.
All right. Now, given that I understand that there have been hundreds of tons of perishable that have been transported, tell us which are some of the key clients that you've done this for, and how you're looking to grow your client base.
So we have worked across the entire spectrum of perishable market. We've worked with pharmaceutical companies, dairy companies, fresh agro produce. We have worked with FMCG, QSRs, modern trade. So there's a host of a very large list of clients, but I can tell you a few of them. We are working with Zepto, we are working with Zomato, we are working with Vadilal, Prabhat Dairy, Mother Dairy, Cream Bell. We have transported vaccines during the pandemic. At the height of the pandemic is where we started. We started transporting vaccines as our first product. So we have pretty much worked across the spectrum. We continue to do so. We are sector agnostic. So we manage to connect every sector to this to the marketplace that we have created.
Okay, so take us through your financial metrics as well. I understand that you registered a growth of about 20x in the last year. Can you walk us through what revenues you enjoy? Where are your margins at? Are you profitable?
We are almost at a EBITDA positive level right now. We are hoping to, in the next 3-4 months, we will be turning EBITDA positive. Unit economics wise, every trip we do, every transaction we do is on the positive side. But obviously, there has been tremendous growth in the past 1.5 years. A lot of team members have joined us. We are clocking about 100 crore ARR right now. And we are hoping that in the next year, we grow this by 3x, 4x. That has been a very constant number of growth for us for the past couple of years, and we are hoping to maintain that going ahead.
Okay, take us through the outlook then in terms of how you're managing to retain market share, because there are some of the other players as well and startups in the cold chain logistics space. What's the game plan to take on competition?
I would say we are a unique model in India. There are a lot of startups, other people in the cold supply chain, but the marketplace segment, Celcius is the only one in India doing a marketplace model. where we are asset light. We don't own any of the assets. Every other asset player in the market is a partner to us. We work with them and not against them. We connect with every client and we get the client connected to every transporter, every cold storage owner. We concentrate on the people who have a single unit. We also work with people who have got multiple units. We work on fulfilling them and increasing their efficiency while giving the best rates and the best service possible to a client. So overall, we retain market share by making sure we are aggregating people and not becoming a competitor for them. This kind of a model works very well because we are the only tech-enabled supply chain marketplace for cold supply chain. In the cold chain industry, there is no other player who's doing this on a scale that we are doing.
Okay. Given the fact that we have the cold chain system in India that has quite a few inefficiencies, walk us through what some of the challenges are that you're currently grappling with and what you think really needs to be done or addressed immediately.
See, when we started the marketplace, we understood the first problem that we needed to solve was tech adoption. This industry has existed forever. For the past 20, 25 years, they have been growing. But the growth is not as rapid as it should have been because there is no tech backup to the entire industry. One of the main reasons are the other end of the spectrum, the transporters, the cold storage owners, the drivers. They are not very used to using tech for their day-to-day business. They are not used to data analytics. They are not used to giving information on a minute-by-minute basis. IoT sensors are still something that they have to put because the client said so, not because they get the power to analyze their own movements. So from day one, we understood if we needed to crack this, we needed to work with the grassroots level in the transportation industry. We worked with drivers, we worked with transporters, we solved their problems using tech. We gave them enough training for it, and then we started working our way towards the clients. Then the clients got better data analytics. They got better visibility of their produce. They have got end-to-end visibility of a perishable product. They know what temperature it is being transported at, kept at, distributed at. They have got live monitoring for it. So the entire platform was built around the concept that we need to reduce wastage by all these points where things go wrong and you lose temperature, you lose efficacy, you lose the product itself. The shelf life reduces and then you have to throw it away. To arrest that, we started working on this from day one.
Okay, fair enough. And given that, you have the India cold chain market that's expected to report a strong growth down the line, there is a lot of subcategories such as fruit, inland fish, marine fish, etc., that had been wasted due to the unavailability of cold storage as well. How are you looking to really capitalize on the strong growth in the market, and how are you looking to really address some of these concerns?
So when we talk about assets in the cold supply chain, there are two kinds. One is the reefer vehicle, which is a refrigerated container vehicle that moves the products across the country, and the others are cold storages. India has a huge number of cold storages already. We have almost 35 million tons worth of cold storage facility. But unfortunately, about 60% of them are used only to store potato. One of the main reasons being they do not have the ability to explore the remaining market. They do not have the ability to connect with the remaining market. They don't know where the demand lies. And vice versa, the demand doesn't know where the supply lies. With the transportation industry, the problem is if you don't have enough return loads, you really don't make any profit and you don't grow. A transporter does not put in extra vehicles unless he sees the profit. So we have been solving for both ends by providing transporters return loads, by connecting more than 300 cities, which are active on our platform right now. We allow them to work across the country, not just on a single lane. And then we use the cold storages. We upgrade them. We teach them on how to put tracking systems, on how to put a proper WMS, on how to put the proper IoT sensors, get certified. And then we have them explore the other industries. During their off season, during their on season, their fulfillment ratio goes up by at least 30 to 35%. And this helps the manufacturing industry explore all these assets. That has been a very successful mantra for us till now. And we are hoping to grow that. We also introduced a scheme called Vahan Vikas Yojana that is for new entrants into the cold supply chain. People who want to work with the cold supply chain but don't have the know-how, we provide them with entire backup of operations, sales, technology, a helping hand in whatever they need so that they can put in more assets and help the cold supply chain grow.
Okay, and what's the game plan in place to expand? I understand that you're looking at the metros. What are the other geographic regions? How much have you slated aside for your capex?
Growth plan is touching about 500 cities across India by the end of this financial year. We are active in metros. We have got our own offices in metros. We have got staff in metros, but we are going to be aggressively looking after tier 2 and tier 3 cities where the penetration of the entire cold chain industry is not as much, but the demand is there. For every brand out there, a tier 2, tier 3 city is a market which is unexplored. We are hoping to connect the brands to these cities by creating a proper supply chain. We are also hoping to connect the same supply chain to our farmers, to our FPOs and FPCs, and give them a feasible solution to transport their fresh agro produce, to store their agro produce across the country, and make sure that they preserve the shelf life and are not forced to sell the product immediately. They can then take their time, find the right buyers, deal with the Amazons and the big baskets, and have the confidence of telling them, yes, we can supply our produce to you fresh at the right temperature, stored properly, and transported properly. That is what we are trying to enable every player in the ecosystem to be confidently able to say that we work with Celcius and we are able to give you what you need at the right temperature.
All right, Swarup, we'll let you go on that note. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining in.